I'm not begging you for your help. I'm asking you to help me. But if you don't help me, I'll do like my father. I'll petition God to send me somebody, and he'll remove you and bring better than you in your place. He is independent. So I don't beg nobody for nothing. That's my point. I don't beg you, and I don't beg white people. I beg God, and he's sufficient for me. Hear me now, beloved. I want you to understand how independent I am, yet dependent. Your help means much to me. But if I sit around and become dependent on you, where I got to be your man and do what you want me to do, and I become your servant rather than the servant of God, then hell, I'm your servant. But if I got to please you rather than pleasing God, then I'm telling you, we can all go to hell.
On your nose, but it's clear how my baby's running this a block cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. Make it count, how about you? She would put you in the bag, yeah. Wouldn't even need a planet. If she wanted, she a magnet. They should let her name a planet. Everything she drop like Corona, viral, make the world start over like I own her. She ain't about to set, but they really wanna throne her. Listen, she like Bay, she like Hover. Self-employed, moving paper better than some Billy Boy. Made a choice on the regular, she bring a milli home. Click my phone, get my ass up, get a dinner going. Watch she out there, making sure that you all know. Baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. She can make it count, how about you? She be always making money, if it's raining, if it's sunny. She make time to call me honey every day. Drop a couple bands on the cook, they need pay. Then a couple more on the tip, baby saves. Daddy's just the everyday, imagine holiday. If I get the 50 cents, she get me holidays. Signing with the fly, if you meet her, know it's true. So if she ever asks you, you know that baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. She can make it count, how about you?
I'm looking all good with a gum in my mouth. How y'all doing?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Unapologetic. I'm your host, Mandrell, joined by my lovely co-host, Shamaria, and my younger sister.
Shoo.
Okay, as you all know. All right. Thanks for coming out. Please keep in mind, people, that our Cash App and the PayPal is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to donate to us, Mandrell and Shoo, please hit that up. Drop us a couple of coins. We will appreciate it gratefully, because with the rate of inflation going,
you know what I'm saying.
Oh, boy.
Donate to the help of
brother. You know eggs
$5
now? $6.
You said what?
Carton of eggs $6.
I can believe it.
Not even the extended pack, just one regular run-of-the-mill pack, $6.
Yeah, I can believe it.
$8 depending on where you go.
Right, yeah. I can believe it. It's this milk I buy called Silk. Because it's like a soy milk or whatever. And I go to the grocery store, it's damn near $8. I don't get that no more.
It sure is. Yeah. Hey, listen.
Can't afford that, but
Look, man, I'm telling you. So please, the Cash App is below. The PayPal is below, right here on the screen. You see it. You see it. You see it scrolling right there, just like that.
I know.
Go on ahead and open up that app.
I know.
Click that thing. Donate a couple of coins. We need it.
Okay.
We're always talking about building up the Black community, supporting one another. How about start here? Support us. Support us, please. Come on. You know what I mean? Every little bit helps. Now,
right.
let's see who's joining us tonight. We got Earl Owens. Peace to you. Positivity is coming your way.
Right.
We got Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth with Bernard S. Now, that's my boy right there. That is a stand-up guy right there, Shamaria. Bernard S. Yeah. Peace to the chat. Salute to the panel. Peace and positivity to you, Bernard. We got Tommy B up in here.
Hey, Tommy B. Oh,
yes.
My camera.
And by the way, both Bernard S. He has a YouTube channel called Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. Bernard S. Go over there and subscribe. Tommy B has Convo and Chill with Tommy B. That's his YouTube channel. Yes. Go over there and subscribe to him. He also has another one called We Argue Sports. Right. And it's a lot of fun because he does argue sports. Yeah. And if you ever argue with Tommy, if you haven't argued with Tommy B, it's an experience. I'm just saying, yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. Yeah, go over there so go over to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe. Let's see, we got 9 people in here. We only got 3 likes. Come on, people. What's with the likes? I mean, the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. It's free, by the way. It's not like the Cash App or PayPal, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right here. See, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
The like button is not like that. That costs money. But the like button is free. It's the little thumbs up button right there. Hit it. Please and thank you. All right. For tonight, I guess we got 7 people in here so far. We got King Thanos. We got God King Thanos. He finally showed up.
I mean, we can go on until people are falling as we go on.
You think so?
It's fine.
Yeah, King Thanos is here. Appreciate you showing up, man. Thanks for the support. And again, King Thanos, the PayPal and the Cash App is scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen.
All right, Mandrell.
Let's have some of that.
You've been going on and on about this PayPal for like.
Yes, I would like to have them support us for some change.
Listen.
Oh, you don't want money?
It's a difference between
I want money.
Asking for donations and begging. And
I'm not begging. I don't beg.
They get it. I don't
beg.
All right.
I command. You understand?
Right.
That's right.
Hey, Miss Guinea R. Jones.
Hey, Miss Guinea R. Jones. How you doing? Hey. Now, hopefully tonight, people, we're going to bring up 2 subjects. Not hopefully. Tonight, we're going to bring up 2 subjects, okay? Oh, what's up? What's going on, girl? Scriptures and Chill. Yeah, she is I like her. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Dope woman right there. She and her husband. Real cool people. And I like that marriage too. The dynamic they have between husband and wife. Mm-hmm. Fantastic couple. Right. Okay, now we're gonna bring up 2 subjects tonight, right? First, we're gonna briefly go over the whole Clarence Thomas thing. This whole thing of Roe v. Wade. We got to glance over it. It's a monumental decision. Mm-hmm. A very important one as well. So unfortunately, we have to. Right. I don't want to because people have talked about it ad nauseum, so we're just going to glance over it. Next, we're going to talk about inflation, something that nobody's talking to in this space. Right. Nobody's talking about that. Okay, so hopefully we'll go over inflation, and maybe you'll learn something. Right. Hopefully you do. All right. Right. Now, before we start in on Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, I have something that I would love to share with the audience. It's a video. People want to watch it. A video that you did not know existed yet, did you?
I don't think I've seen it.
Right. No, you did not. You didn't know this existed. Now, I'm going to share this with the audience. Admin, Roll 212.
212.
Yeah. Roll 212.
212. All right.
Yeah. How many times do I have to say this? I mean,
Let's see.
that's supposed to be on it.
That's all right. That's all right. This thing.
Okay. For all you people out there who wondered what this whole Supreme Court decision was supposed to be about, remember when I tell you, Shamaria, and I tell all the people all the time, they do these things right in your face, right?
Right.
They do it right in your face. No one says anything. No one seems to notice. No one seems to care. And they do it right in your face. And then when they do it, they want, well, what the hell happened here? I didn't know they were doing this. If the people in the back could roll video number 212.
Then this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person.
For fuck's
Mary
sake.
Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
All right, kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Press stop.
Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
Okay, why can't people follow instructions? But we'll get to that later. Anyway, hey, Candid Ann and Marcus, did everyone hear that? Did you catch that? Shmary, did you catch that, Shoo?
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
I don't think people in the audience heard what that woman said. I really don't.
Thank you for
There's 13 people in the audience. Mr. Paul Bennett. Thank you, Mr. Paul Bennett. I need you to pay close attention because I'm going to roll this again, Mr. Bennett. And let's see if you catch what this white woman said.
Then this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
Yes, people.
Victory for white life.
White life, not all life. I thought all, but wait, I thought all lives mattered though. I thought all lives mattered. I thought all lives mattered.
For white life in the
Did all lives matter? What life did she said? Huh? Was it black life? Yes or no? Was it black? Was it black life?
No,
Was it Latino life?
No.
What life?
Asian life?
Was it Asian life? Was it?
No.
Is that what she said?
No.
No. What did she say?
Just say for white life.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She said for white life. Specifically. And you know she said it on purpose because she read it from her script. She wrote that down.
Yeah.
If she didn't, someone else did. And she
and
proofread it. And she got on stage and said it in front of a crowd and in front of cameras anyway.
And if you notice in the background, somebody was holding up a poster, Donald Trump is the most pro-life president, pro-life or something, pro-life president equals Donald Trump or something like that. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
now, how much do you want to bet we're going to have somebody who watched that video and say, Well, she didn't mean it that way. That's not what she meant.
Right? She didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be King Thanos.
Oh, pause for a second. Thank you, Express Queen, for becoming a member. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, and thank you for the compliment, calling me the GOAT. You see the emoji there, the GOAT? She's saying that I'm the GOAT. Thank you, Express Queen.
Of course.
I am the GOAT, by the way. Greatest of all times. You see that video? Did you see that?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. I started dancing when I saw that video yesterday.
Right.
I saw it a couple of days ago. And I was like, see, perfect example. They do it in your face. No one seems to notice. No one seems to care.
Right. And to add to that, like to the part of the reason the title of this video, like Brother Clarence Thomas, is because if you don't know, if you haven't heard, Clarence Thomas has also already talked about like what cases they're revisiting next, what issues they're revisiting next. And I quote, it says, in future cases, we should reconsider all of this court's substantive due process procedures, including Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell. And if you don't know, Griswold was the case that made contraception legal. Why? Stop! Smack! I wish I could reach my hand through the screen and just smack the shit out of you. Oh my God! That's so rude. Anyway, Griswold.
Wait, you telling me you heard that?
Yes. Anyway,
really?
Griswold was the case that made contraceptives legal. So, and Lawrence was a case that said that people couldn't be jailed for sodomy as long, but there was a stipulation to that, as long as the act was between two consenting adults. As long as the act was between two consenting adults, like a person couldn't be jailed for sodomy. And Obergefell was the case that made same-sex marriage illegal. So those are three cases that Clarence Thomas has said that they are looking into it. They need to revisit. So
he said that Friday, on the day they made the decision.
Right. Now you already got Roe versus Wade that's already overturned. Okay, so it's up to the states, of course, whether termination of pregnancies are legal or not. And okay, so once that's not an option, now contraception is not going to be an option. Well, that's left up to the states, but I'm pretty sure like the same states that are going to make terminations illegal are probably going to make contraceptives illegal also. And so yeah, now what are you going to do when you can't choose to terminate a pregnancy, and not only can you not do that, you can't even prevent one.
So what you're saying is it's going to be left up to the state to decide whether I'm allowed to use condoms or not. That's number one. And number two, the state is going to decide whether or not it's legal to be gay.
Yeah, basically. Well, see, here's the thing. And this is no tea, no shade to anybody in my LGBTQIA community. But
hey, what the heck? What's that?
Was it
ignorant ass pounders?
No.
Ignorant ass pounders? Is that what it means? What? I don't know.
Asexual and the A's part like asexual.
Oh my fucking God. Listen, stop with the fucking alphabets, all right? You got LGBT. Leave it.
Listen.
Leave it, people. Stop pushing.
My point is this. The whole reason why they're attacking same-sex marriage is because a man and a man can't make a baby, and a woman and a woman can't make a baby. So it's all about getting numbers up, basically, long story short. And as you heard from the video, getting white life up. So
see, I told these dummies that. I told these
what it is.
Yeah,
you can sit up here and be like, "Oh my God, yes, Lord."
No,
they care so much about the babies. No.
Listen, no, it's about increasing the white population, because the white population in America has been decreasing. Mm-hmm. It has been decreasing to the point now where they're only 60%, whereas they used to be 80. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It used to be 80, 90%. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, with the increased immigration and, you know, interracial marriages, things like that, the population of Caucasians has dwindled down to 60 some odd percent, right?
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, this is a way to get the population back, get the numbers back up. That's it. I mean, that's really all this decision was about. It really is something that was just that small and petty. Yeah. It's not some big overarching thing, a master plan to destroy people's lives and stuff. No, it really is something just that small and petty.
Right.
It's sad, but it's the truth. Sad state of affairs, but
right. Y'all got freedom of choice. Well, y'all got too much freedom. Y'all were never supposed to stop effing. Y'all were never supposed to stop.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep having babies.
Stop doing that.
You're supposed to keep making babies.
Right.
But they, you know, white girls are like, I'm too young. I get my life. Look, I got too much life to live. I can't do that.
Okay.
So let's get rid of these abortions and pop a few more babies out. Then we can go back to the legalized abortion thing. If the other races get too out of hand.
Legalized termination.
This is a great victory for white life. For white life. That's going to be the new meme.
Right. Right.
For white life. Tommy B, did you hear what that white woman said?
Lord.
This is why we need Tommy B on the panel for shit like this.
Oh,
Look,
Lord.
seriously. This is why we need him for stuff like this. We do.
All right. 2045 U.S. will have white minority. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why they got rid of the they rolled back Roe versus Wade. I like the fact that she said white life. She did the right thing. See, Snuggles ignore Snuggles. Snuggles, he trolls lead attorney. He trolls Nathan Daly. Big time. Like he has Nathan Daly's attention. Like Nathan Daly looks for Snuggles. Actually looks for him, right? Who else? Gray Pill Podcast. You know what I'm saying? He trolls them. Snuggles, you will not be trolling us. Good evening, Dre Blanco. You're late. You missed something very important. How many people do we have in the chat now? 17. We have 17 people in the chat. Dre Blanco, thank you for coming out and showing us the support. Remember, we have the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen here, and we also have the PayPal. So if you want to donate to us, Shamaria and I, please do so. That's how you do it. You do it through the Cash App and the PayPal. If you want to donate to the two of us, all right? Now, Justice Thomas. Oh, don't worry, people. The video we're talking about, we will be playing that several more times throughout the evening. Okay, quite a few more times. So, Dre,
yeah,
he had.
Hold on tight. You'll be able to see it.
He had martial class tonight.
What?
I was looking at Dre Blanco's. I was looking at Dre Blanco's comment. Nothing like that. Oh yeah, Jenny Morena. I love that woman.
Hey, Jenny.
Please tell us what you think about that the video, and don't worry, we'll replay it again. So let's get to Justice Thomas, and we'll replay the video again after that. Okay. Now, martial arts. Okay, cool. Me too. So Justice Thomas says she's coming after gays.
Yeah.
And what else? And condoms. Okay. So
no, I would say this: they might leave condoms. Because they know
that benefits him.
Don't use them, but they might leave us with condoms. But like the rest of it, get it out of here. The morning after pill Plan B, out of here. They already started to restrict that at like CVS and Walgreens and stuff. Like stop it. Like so
yeah, you're right. The morning after pill, they're definitely gonna try to make a play for. Stephen Day, what's up, man? You're late. Well, you getting a haircut? Hope you cut off that ridiculous afro. You know, it's not the 70s anymore, man. Those things went out of style long ago. Okay, but I do like the afro. I'm just saying that because I'm jealous of you, Stephen Day. I wish I could grow an afro. I never could. My whole life could never grow a fro.
Right.
My hair just wouldn't cooperate. It would get long and curl up. It just fall.
Right. So
I don't know.
Mark, I wanted to point out something Marcus said.
What Marcus say?
Remember when Trump said he was going to build a wall for Texas to California and receive $5 billion in donations? Shaking my head, where it at? Oh my God!
Because he realized, because people finally told him that building a wall was a ridiculous idea that only got more expensive the longer it exists. Because the thing is, the maintenance cost, just to maintain it, the maintenance cost of that wall was going to get more and more expensive as time went on.
Right.
So you got the money to get it up, but you got to keep it there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when he saw how the numbers were there, what the numbers were, and how much they went up, it's like, yeah, we can't do that.
I know.
That's
Mike
stupid.
King says revisit. Mike King revisit. It says hot girl summer canceled. I
Who
don't know
said
about
that?
that. It's Mike King revisited. Said hot girl summer canceled. I don't know about that.
Wait, who's Mayan King?
Huh?
Now, why did Mayan King cancel her hot girl summer?
Said hot girl summer canceled.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it.
Because number one, like they're pretty much forcing us into a corner where, because they know people are going to have sex, and they know. I mean, like I said, they probably leave us with condoms because they know a lot of people don't use condoms. So that leaves us open for a lot more pregnancies. Like they're looking for another baby boomer era, if you will. And so, like, yeah, it's gonna be people still gonna have hot girl summers, and they still gonna have a whole bunch of babies out here that they don't want or they really ain't ready for, but they forced to keep. So
Right.
I don't know. I think the future generations, like I feel bad for this generation, especially the ones who went through COVID. They had to stay home with their parents, actually teaching them something. Please,
Yeah.
this generation gonna be dumb as shit. But anyway, that's another.
It is dumb. You know what? They're so dumb they can't count money. Hold on. To my man, Chaotic Truth, we will be dropping the link. But before that, and this is a great time to segue into the next topic. All right. But before we do that, roll 212. For those who have not seen it, and for your viewing pleasure, roll 212.
All right.
Then this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the Never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
I can't get enough of it. For white life. White life. White life. And yes, Chaotic, she meant what she said. Now, yeah, the Handmaid's Tale in real time. That's right, Mr. Bennett. To our second, don't worry, crowd, audience. We will be playing that several more times tonight. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna wear that out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I want to make sure everyone sees it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, now to our next subject, inflation.
Yeah.
It's off the chain. People feel it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't really know why. They don't know how. They don't know when inflation is going to go down.
Right.
But truth is, the government's been stealing from us. They've been cheating.
What you mean?
What do I mean? You know what inflation is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a decline. You know, basically, for people in the audience who don't know,
everything goes up.
Right. For people in the audience who don't know, inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. For example, you have $1, right? Let's say a pound of sugar costs $1, but next year it costs $1.10. That $1 doesn't have the same purchasing power that it did last year anymore because you need another 10 cents to buy the same bag of sugar.
Right.
Which means inflation is going up 10%. Right? Okay. Right. Now, the government is reporting that inflation is around 8% per year, right? But it feels like prices are going up faster than that. We feel this, yeah? Okay. But politicians lie. They've been lying to us, and they lie for political gain. The reason why there's two big reasons that I picked up on so far and pointed out. They lie to save money. That's for one. And more money for them means less money for us.
Of course.
And they lie for political gain.
Of course.
You know, if you're reporting bad news, it's simply not a good look. People don't like bad news, right?
Right.
Right. Now, positive economic news sounds better in a campaign speech, and it wins votes. So that's why they lie. That's one reason why they lie. I mean, for political gain. If you're out there on these campaign speeches, no new taxes. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
Medicare for all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Long story short, for people who didn't understand any of that, what you just said, the inflation is where the value of products go up. And typically, I don't know where you got the 8% from, but I know typically on average, like, you know, inflation, things do rise at least about 2 to 3%.
But because this
particular hit shit jumped up like
okay.
And that's
you want to learn, right? You want to learn, or do you want to just beat your gums?
I want
you to learn something.
To speak in layman's terms, okay?
How do you not understand what I said? I said the government is reporting.
Where?
Okay, the government.
First of all, don't overtalk me, okay? Don't overtalk me. All right?
Who are you talking to, you little bald fuck? See, this is why you waited until you got to New York City to talk this kind of trash. You know full well you're back down here. I had to get the belt.
Whatever.
But anyway, no. What I was saying is the government is reporting that inflation is around 8%. Has been raising about 8% per year since the pandemic started, and because they had to print, Fed had to print more money, more money is in circulation, right? Now, and I'm going to get to. I'll tell you one of the fixes that they're going to do. With two of them. One is called quantitative tightening, meaning they're going to have to pull money out of circulation, right? Literally. Right. And another one is that they're going to have to force a market crash. Yeah. Force one, like not let it run its course or anything.
What they're trying to do now to kind of, I guess, alleviate that is that they're trying to raise interest rates, like where like with mortgages and stuff like that, and all.
Yeah, but we're back on inflation. Let me finish this. We can get to that. Let's stick to the inflation. All right. 2, the government has a strong financial motivation to underreport inflation. Here's where you said that. Here's where contrast comes in. While you said usually inflation goes up about 3%, and why they're reporting 8%, right? This addresses what you said. Now, the government's been reporting 8%, and they have a strong motivation to underreport inflation. They take our money, they pay out less than they should, they give themselves raises, and they have more money for themselves and pet projects, right? Now, the CPI report, which is the government's inflation report that affects the income of over 80 million Americans. This includes Social Security recipients, SNAP recipients, military and civil service retirees, survivors, rental assistance, even school lunches programs. That's the CPI report affects that, right? And CPI report is the government's report of an inflation report. All right.
Okay, hold on.
All right, now if the truth,
Mandrell, pause. What? Okay. I just want to give a shout out to Empress Queen real quick for becoming a member. Empress Queen, shout out to you. And
did you pick her earlier?
I'm finna jump for this shit. All top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. So out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line with you fall through with the nightstick.
That's right. We gotta execution cut a run for you real quick. Honey.
Right.
Thank
now, here's
you
the thing.
So much for doing it. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Empress Queen.
We just had to do it. We just had to take a moment to do it right.
Yes. Other people, please follow suit. Join and become a member of Black Man Unfiltered. Black Man Unfiltered, not Black Woman. You
really want to go there.
Anyway, I'm gonna finish telling you.
All I do is film, honey. I don't work.
Right, a diva, that whole thing. Anyway, yeah, let me finish educating you. Now, by my estimates, I think inflation is closer to about 12.
Okay.
Because the thing is, like, let's say the true rate of inflation is 12%, but the government's only paying out compensation for 8% inflation, which is what they're reporting, right? The government's then cheating out beneficiaries out of money, right?
Right. Yeah.
Here's the thing: in the past 30 years, the government has changed the way they calculate inflation more than 20 times. Now, these are facts that I've sourced. Okay. In the original calculation, they would select a variety of goods and observe how the price would change over the course of a year. That's why I give you the example of, if a 1 pound bag of sugar costs $1 today, but in a year it costs $1.10, inflation is going up 10%, right?
Right.
The new method takes into account the quality and substitute, the quality of the goods and substitutes. For example, sugar went up 10%, but Splenda only went up 3%. They can elect to go with a 3% increase instead of the 10.
At this point, you're getting a little too technical.
How am I getting technical? People, listen. I got four more bullet points.
Like I said, let's talk about what's impacting people right now.
That's impacting people right now.
All I do is film, honey. I don't work.
That's impacting people right now. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, I mean, people understand.
No, they don't.
People understand that when they go to the grocery stores, when they go to gas stations, when they go like wherever, and everything is astronomically expensive, like overpriced. It costs far more than the money that they have in their pocket. And they start to see, like, you know what I'm saying, an exponential increase in everything. They know what inflation is.
No, they don't.
They know
Here's what they don't know.
Services has inflated.
Here's what they don't know. Okay, now here's what they don't know. Why? Why is it going up? Why doesn't my money stretch as much as it used to? And that's what I'm doing. I'm telling them why it doesn't.
Because let's stop going through like reading this whole tutorial.
It's not a tutorial.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's because
you're gonna let me finish making my points.
Stimulus checks we was getting because of all that relief fund and that government aid, and now it all has to be paid back. That's why your shit going up.
Okay.
It all has to be paid back. Rent and everything. They were just talking about this on the news in New York City, how landlords are actually going up on rent. At one point in time, like people were moving out of, like so many people have left New York City. And you would think in order to get people to come back, they would lower rents and lower like the prices of everything. But they actually, especially particularly like on rent, it's going up because landlords did not get any kind of relief or any kind of federal aid. They were left out here on their own.
No, and they didn't.
When the moratorium let up, a lot of them people, they had to boot out because, of course, they didn't have the money to pay no back rent. So now the new tenants, whoever moving into their units and into their buildings or whatever, now they got to pay back that money that the landlord lost over the course of the pandemic. Let's talk about that.
Are you finished? You get it all off your chest? You could have waited until I was done. I only got 4 more points.
Proceed.
But since that was clearly boiling over inside you, I mean,
I had to say it.
I got you. Okay. You feel better?
A little bit.
Okay, cool. Now, like I said.
And like I said, fuck your cat.
Like I said.
Got an attitude.
For example, the new method now takes into account the quality of products and substitutes. Like, because Splenda is a substitute for sugar, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So if inflation on sugar went up 10%, but Splenda only went up 3%, the government can elect to go with the 3% and report that, right? Now, the CPI no longer counts the change in price. It counts the cost of living.
Right.
Right. Instead of using the actual data, they use a survey called the owner's equivalent rent.
Right.
It's where they ask people, what do you think that it would cost you to rent a similar place? What's your best guess? This is literal.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking people like you and me to guess how much would it cost you to get a similar place like this in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And asking us to guess, and that's the number. Even though the actual data is available and ready to use, that's what they use, this survey. All right, now the raw data used to calculate the CPI is unavailable to the public. And this makes it impossible to audit the government's work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no checks and balances. But like I said, they do it in your face because they'll tell you how they calculate it.
Going up on everything because there's nothing to keep them in check.
Nothing.
And they put it out.
Right, and the thing is, they tell you how they calculate it and quantify inflation, but the problem is there's no way to do that accurately with the method that they're using. With the method that they're using, you'll never get an accurate number. Mm-hmm. But when you go look at it, when you do the math yourself, I estimate inflation is more closely to 12%. 12%. Mm-hmm. You just go to grocery stores, look at gas prices, look at housing. Right. Look at rent, you know what I'm saying? Right. Utilities, stuff like that. And yeah, it's closer to 12%.
Yeah.
If it's not a little bit over.
And this is something that actually one of our cousins and I were talking about Billy when he was here. I met up with him and we were talking about like retirement. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of concerned because most like advisors, like financial advisors, if you sit down with one and you talk about like what you want your lifestyle to be, like when you retire and all of this stuff, and they go through it with you, and you have to take into consideration inflation, which is usually about 2 to 3%. Like I said, every year, if you factor that in, and you come up with, okay, you think about how long do you think that you're gonna live after you retire, so that's how you calculate, how much you'll need. My thing is, who accounts for 8.6% inflation? Like, who accounts for that? Who accounts for 12% inflation? Like, who accounts for that? Like, for people who actually look forward to or plan on retiring, this is insane. Insane. And I told Billy, I told our cousin, I was like, I don't know, because at this rate, it's looking retirement looking kind of bleak for our generation.
Yeah.
This is insane. And I feel like we just keep getting knocked off of our feet because, okay, you had the 2008 economic crash, financial crash. That, and then for everybody who was coming out of college at that point in time, it was hard because companies weren't hiring. I know I came out of college around that time. I'm telling my age. But like, companies weren't paying. And then like once they did start to kind of turn over, companies still really wasn't paying what they should have been paying. And then once you really start to kind of get on your feet, you got a groove going, like, all right, our things seem to be on the up and up financially in my life. Then the pandemic happens. Millions of jobs were lost. I was caught up in that. So it's like, now what? And then you talking about inflation? Anywhere between 8 to 12%. Like, this is insane. Like,
no, the government's reporting. The government's reporting 8%.
Right. But like,
when you sit there and do the math,
right?
You see, when I said like I said, and I did that for this show. I sat here and did the math.
Right.
It's about 12.
I was watching it was a news report.
It's about 12.
About how much groceries had increased. It's like 11.7% increase in groceries.
11%. If it's 11%, hold on, listen. If it's an 11%, if it's an 11%,
like long term like this.
Here's the thing: if it's an 11% increase on groceries, right? Mm-hmm. Why are they not at least reporting an 11% increase in inflation? Because that's what you use to gauge it.
Right.
the price of things. The average is about 12.
Right.
It's about 12. I say about because it's plus or minus. Like, I mean, if you look at gasoline versus and then you look at groceries, like gasoline at this gas station is less than that gas station, but more than the one down the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So the prices are different. So you get an average between all of them. The average is about 12. When it comes to groceries, utilities, rent, it's about a 12%. Inflation is about at 12%.
Right.
So we might as well say 12 because sometimes it's like 14.9. Sometimes it's sometimes it's about 11.9. Sometimes it's 13.2. So the happy medium in there for me, 12.
Right.
Just depends on where you go. You know what I'm saying? It might be 11.9. Other places 13, 13.1 or 13.2. Just depends where you go. So it's sandwiched in the middle is 12. So it's about 12%.
Right. And you talking about speaking of they forcing a market crash. Nigga. I don't know if any of y'all got money in the stock market right now, but if you take a look at your numbers, my God, I'm just
so
like.
So happened to cryptos?
No.
You didn't see what happened to cryptos?
Oh no, I saw what happened to
the past few weeks.
You have any money in crypto? No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've seen like reports and stuff like that on that, and they were talking about how people have lost like millions upon millions of dollars in crypto. Insane, absolutely insane. And I'm just like, this is crazy. How do you bounce back from something like this? And it's funny because most financial analysts are like, oh, don't panic. The first thing you shouldn't do is panic. How am I not supposed to panic? How am I not supposed to panic? I'm putting my money into this, and I'm seeing that them numbers going red. They dropping. How am I not supposed to panic? Am I gonna get my money back? Oh, the market's gonna reset itself. Oh well, shit. Let me know when it reset. Man, I start putting my money back into it when it starts going back.
Hey, Tommy B says I'm buying up all these discounts.
All right.
The oil stocks are doing fine now. Yes, they are now, but who the fuck can afford stock in oil?
Right.
Mr. Rucker. Okay.
The crypto market was bound to happen since it was not regular. Well, yeah, that's true.
Thank you. And then wait. The regulations the regulations they had on cryptos were nothing.
Right.
They had no teeth on them whatsoever. So they were still in effect.
Right.
Unregulated.
Right.
I mean, there was nothing stopping them. Like I could create a cryptocurrency right now if I wanted to. I could create a coin.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I mean, and I can create as many as I like.
Right.
And anyone can do it. So could you.
Yeah.
So where's the how do you even create healthy competition if anyone can do it? Like, where's the real value at?
They doing. I think the crypto is like really.
Come on, man. That's a fad.
I'm not gonna say it's a farce necessarily. I mean, it may have some validity technology wise, but as far as it being a currency, it has. People like in the finance industry about that. And what I was told was this: if you want to invest in crypto, don't invest no money that you can't afford to lose. Like, let that just be something you put your money in short term and pull out. Like, if you do put money into it, just don't let it be some money that like you really need or that you looking for, later down the line to retire off of and put your money into it. Like, it's not something to leave your money in long term.
It's not. Because some people have already lost millions.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Some people always lost millions, and it's unfortunate, but at least people haven't lost. There haven't been a lot of people who have just lost their shirt over it.
Right. Yeah.
Now we're about to drop the link in a few minutes, people. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, actually, we're gonna drop the link a little early tonight. A little early. We want to hear what you think about inflation. We want to hear about what do you think about Justice Thomas. I have to call him Justice Thomas because unfortunately, the man is a Supreme Court justice. And he is a black man, so I got to give him respect, right? I don't like him. He is an Uncle Tom, a soft shoe tap dancing Sambo. He's a walking minstrel show who has no business on the bench. But he's all we got, except for the black woman they just put in. and nobody knows her name. No one remembers it. So anyway,
Right.
yeah, we got him. And as we drop the link, people, we're gonna let you see this video one more time.
Okay.
And while you're enjoying this video, for your viewing pleasure and edification, that's education for people who don't know. Please click the link.
And this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the Never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
I'm sorry.
She clapped it up too. You saw it? She meant that shit. She clapped it up too.
I'm sorry.
A huge victory for white life.
Yes.
She clapped it up. She meant every word of that. She meant every word of that. Listen, I tell people all the time, they do these kind of things right in your face. You're just not paying attention. Guys, join the conversation. Click the link. Come on up. Does no one want to talk about anything worth a goddamn? We're talking about inflation.
Lord.
And we're talking about Justice Thomas.
Right.
The Uncle Tom, the Sambo.
Hey,
you see?
Right.
You see, I told you when we're talking about something worthwhile. See, exactly. Yeah, do it. The whole thing.
Really? Serious? Really? Are you kidding me? Really? Serious? Really? Are you kidding me? You doing this?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Black David, that is
we're
love.
doing this.
Okay?
I'm just saying, David, Black David, why are your arms and legs so small? But your butt.
All I do is film, honey. I don't work.
Well, yeah, why are your arms and legs so small, but your body's built like an egg?
Last I checked, that was Black Man twin, not me.
Hey.
I got you. Hey.
I was never that big. I'm gonna get this man. This man was talking crap earlier today on this live on Facebook.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Hey, Genesis.
This guy.
Hey, Genesis. Hey, y'all. Genesis pulling up late, pulling up the rear again.
He's so unbelievable.
I'd like to thank Candid Ann for the Cash App.
Yeah.
For the $10 Cash App. Let's thank Candid Ann. Yeah. Now the thing is, thank you, Candid Ann. I appreciate it. You're a diamond.
Oh my Lord.
Now, Black David, tell us first of all, how do you feel about? Talk to us about whatever it is. You want to talk about Justice Thomas?
Justice Thomas.
the coon, and
He been the coon for the longest that I know.
yes, he
of.
has. We agree. I agree.
He been quiet for too long. We like he was quiet because his wife got that teacup thing going on for a while, controlling him, make sure he do what he's supposed to do. That's just not new to me. As for what they did, it came full circle. You know why I say it came full circle?
Why you say that?
For so long, they've been telling black immigrants, if you don't like the country, leave, or you don't belong here while you were here. I keep reminding people, we can go back where we came from. We know who we are. But
you're not gonna do. You're not gonna do that. Come on. You're not gonna go back to your own country.
He said, "I don't."
No, technically,
Yeah.
He said, I don't. Yeah, he said it quick too. He ain't going back.
I know I'm not going back.
That's right. You're from that shithole country of yours. You're not going back to that.
Technically speaking, we know a lot of Africans come out here if they build their foundation first here before they go back. That's a lot of people did not get onto that because when we started doing it, other African people from other African countries do this same exact thing. If you notice, did a lot of up and coming big business growing in Africa that people don't have no idea.
Yeah, they are. They finally got an automotive industry. They got a company that manufactures cars over there. An actual African car company. You know what I'm saying?
There are two of them in my country.
Yeah,
one of them is my classmate.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which I already knew of who he is because his father knew my uncle. They were close. I didn't realize until last I had a phone call with my uncle in Ireland. He went to visit his son over there. And he told me he knows the father very, very well, deeply, because I told him I know the twins. One of the older twins took over his father's business after he graduated from college, took the auto dealership, converted into an auto manufacturing company. Now, when I heard he was doing that, I called him on the phone, we talk, I tell you, you're doing great things, keep it up. Don't stop, keep going forward. Until you notice, I found out he was doing some other big deal, working with other international corporations, manufacturing their trucks and cars over there as well. So, big up to him, which is not new. And this is why what I said, because not just only happening in Nigeria, look at Ghana, look at Kenya, look at other. We ain't signing talked about what was going on in Kenya already, as he was speaking on the platform several times. I began to educate people since 2011, 2012 to now. Over 4,000 to 7,000 African American people quietly moved over there, started their business, grew that thing up to the point they're making millions of dollars over there as we speak.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called What Maya. You check it, that guy broadcast and showcase all the up and coming, fast growing bits across Africa as a whole for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
People are sleeping on it. Now somebody called me, oh, I heard that one African country found $17 trillion worth of gold out there. Africa being a gold mine.
Well, yeah, Africa's always been a very rich continent. It's just they've allowed people to come in and take over and plunder it. That's the thing. Colonialism has done terrible things to Africa.
It did.
Yeah, unfortunately, like that,
smart.
Like that country, that entire continent could rule the world, but unfortunately, there's too much corruption. Nobody wants to work together. It reminds me of African Americans. Nobody wants to get together and work together and build something great.
But lately,
it's all about me. It's all about what I got. I mean, I got mine. You need to get yours. Fuck you. You don't tell me what to do.
I work for mine. You need to work for yours. That's right. I ain't giving
that
you
whole
nothing.
Thing.
When nothing given to me, I ain't giving nothing to you. How about that?
But get this though. A few African countries wise up and they've been on the rise. Ghana is number one on the list. Because I remember people in my country were telling me they've been to the airport in Ghana and it rivaled JFK airport. I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
Until I saw the video footage, I was like, oh, hell no.
Right.
Ghana happy making the move, they're making the rise. When the recent president who won his second term, who won against the former president, who turned to find out they're both former warlords, but highly educated warlords, that is, which is shocking. They both agreed to protect their country from torture, aka foreigners who want to come in and play them for food. And I watched some of the conference online, and I was like, wow, they caught on. Because of that, Uganda follow up, Kenya follow up, a few other African. It's like a competition now. Who will be the first on a ride to build themselves up?
Right.
Now Nigeria is almost there, but it's almost repeated what India is doing. They only picked up the rich area and leave all the poor area outside alone. Ghana was like, we're doing everything.
Right. Right.
And I've been telling people, you want to go into Africa, you got to know somebody from there first who knows the in and out of the place. That's number one.
Right.
Two, visit. Don't just move there, just visit first. Scope the area. If you see what you can do, you can bring in there, do it. There was an interview that done back that was a short interview that the guy what am I did a long interview. A woman from Jamaica who grew up in Brooklyn, not too far where I could live, moved over there. Won her Jamaican food truck business, became not only highly successful, but moved her whole entire family out of Brooklyn. They're living in Ghana and living a life right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
William Martin did an interview with the president not once, but twice. First time here in the U.S., second time in Ghana.
Wow.
I've been trying to speak game to a lot of folks, but people think I'm just running my mouth. But now they find out, like, if you think I'm lying, why is Steve Harvey making connection over there?
Right. Yeah.
Why would Steve Harvey try to hide his business over there, not let people know what we were doing over there? He did multiple seasons of the African Family Feud over there. You're going to check YouTube, you'll find out. Ludacris, dual citizen with the United States and Gabon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if black celebrities caught on to this thing and they slowly doing their transition, making their business move, then why are you coming at me like I don't know what I'm talking about? And people are talking like, oh, we need our own land. What do you mean? You got your own land, but you don't go back to it. Want another land? Who will give you another land?
This listen.
Yeah.
We don't have any land in Africa. Africans don't like us.
No, technically, it's certain African countries. Ghana opened the door. Like I said, over 4,000 to 7,000 African American people already migrated over, mostly to Ghana.
Yeah, they have. Well, Ghana has.
They're not trying to come back to the U.S. They stopped their business. Some started hospitals. Some built a real estate business. They're making that bread already in multiple areas. They branch out from Ghana, go to other neighboring countries, doing the same thing all over again. Some people started from restaurant business. The girl from Brooklyn with the Jamaican food truck in Ghana is one of the first of its kind and making way too much money.
Right.
Okay, Black David.
All they're saying, bring your knowledge, bring your skill, bring your talent, be assimilated to the country, and help build up.
Basically, you trying to recruit people to Ghana?
I'm not trying to recruit. My uncle told me to move to Ghana, not to Nigeria. He told me because he high up there. I asked about what's going on in the country. He told me you better move to Ghana, not to Nigeria. I asked him why. Because some of the stupid corruption they have over there, it's gone too far. And I get it.
Right.
I got people in the high place, I got people in the low place at the back of my country. So I call in every once in a while to feel the temperature of what's going on there and find out what's happening next.
Right. So as far as the U.S., what's going on over here in the U.S.? How you feel about this, these well, I don't know, you probably take the train, but like
I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in Crown Heights. You know what Crown Heights is, right?
Yeah.
The 4 train, the 2 train, the 3 train.
Right. They going. They made any rent increases on you yet?
I had to sign a new lease whereby it's like a 2.5 increase for 2 years, which is locked in, unless they can just adjust it in between without me knowing and just spike it up. They already voted already to increase the rent already for rent stabilized apartments. Which is ridiculous.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
So it's bad for everybody.
Okay, and I got a question. So you and your wife, and you can answer if you don't want to. You don't have to.
Go ahead.
Are you and your wife finished having children?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so but according to according to Clarence Thomas, like they're about to revisit perception. So like
let me like this. Me and Maury don't believe in abortion. We don't believe in abortion. That's
right.
It's not about that.
It's not about that, but I'm saying, like, okay, so they're about to revisit contraception though, which means they're about to, like, if they really do that and they overturn that means contraception is up to the states to make contraception legal or illegal. So, okay, you and your wife don't believe in terminating pregnancies, that's fine. No. But you don't even have an option of contraception. So now what?
Don't answer right now, Black David. Think about it. Why you think? Roll 212. Roll the video.
Oh wait. Your admin coming. Have you seen 212 admin?
Roll the video, Black Man Unfiltered, or who's ever back there, the producer.
And this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by. Then this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Hashtag Black Tech Support needed.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have
No, Black David's in the crowd. Look at him. He's in the back.
President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA
That is not
patriots
true.
in
That's not
America,
me.
Listen,
I want
listen to what she
to
says.
thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
Yeah. Jedi Mike. Did you hear? Did you hear that?
I beg your pardon.
Did you hear that?
I beg
the
your pardon.
Victory for what life, Black David? What life? Just answer the question.
That porcelain
They say
skin.
white life.
White life. Yeah. No. Jedi Mike 7. Did you hear that?
All I do is film, honey. I don't work.
The two black guys you saw there, that's the true cousins.
Hey, yo.
Hey, come on now. Hey, come on, man. Yeah, don't talk about my boy like that. He ain't even here.
Hey,
to defend himself. That's wrong, Black David. That's messed up, Black David.
Hey,
I got to see that all the time.
I'm so
Come
dead.
on, don't turn your twin to me, okay? I'm not your twin.
Let's wait, before you answer, thank you, Jenny Morena, for the $20 cash app. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's get Jenny Morena something special. Jenny,
that money clip us now, the new night looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like.
Yep. Thank you, Jenny Morena. Thank you very much. I can have lunch tomorrow. Now I actually have something to eat.
But I would say this, though. The inflation thing is more like corporate greed, to be honest with you. If I paint them throughout last year, they say a lot of the corporate make huge profit. Keyword, huge profit. If you made all that huge profit throughout the pandemic, why are you busting the price to make it even higher? For what purpose? When majority of Americans who will not have the privilege to work from home, or they're not essential workers who lost their job, have to come back in and work again. This uphill battle just trying to make ends meet. Well, it's been going up. Like, did it make any sense to you?
Because they can.
And not because they can, they pay the politicians.
Yeah, of course.
You know that we black people don't have our think tank that sponsor politicians to fight for our needs, unlike other groups have.
Right.
You think about it. We're so divided. We ain't like Lego.
Thank you, Jedi Mike 7. What is your take?
That's all well known.
Yeah.
Hype storm.
Yeah, no, good to see y'all again. But yeah, I know with this with that video, it kind of really sparked that reaction, and everyone kept reposting it. See, look what's going on. And now, whether people might say that you misspoke or whatever might be, it's just my thing is like there are people in the crowd, literally right behind them. There are black people, some of them are Mexican people. I mean, if you can point them out, it's like, well, no, where's Waldo up in there? But but the point about this is I'm more focusing on how we're going to respond, because because my thing about this is this issue, talking about debating if it's morality argument or so of it just being a rights argument. We have to understand that the laws in this country is not based in the morality, right? It really isn't. It's based on terms of who those laws incentivize and benefits. And personally, for me, when you make those comments and on God's country, like, also, this is my personal opinion. I just don't believe America is a Christian nation at all, in my opinion, just because just in terms of like just how we operate it, and stuff like that.
And Mike, contrary to popular belief, most of the founding fathers were not Christians.
Exactly.
The vast majority of them were atheists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the vast majority were atheists.
We have that basis of God's law, whatever, even in the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff like that. But again, it just my point where I want to come from is that how are we going to respond within this being passed less than about 6 or 5 months from the midterm elections, which is coming up soon, and in terms of how we're going to respond as a nation, because it's very surprising now. You've even seen people, even some certain celebrities, responding for this movement and getting the backlash. But I can say that these people are really, I can say, are secretly conservative, because again, what you can say is not what you post, is what you're doing behind the ballots, and so I kind of want to like talk about that issue. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Mr. Bennett was absolutely right about that, because this is just a Ponzi scheme. We still have, we're still in the middle of a war. Gas prices are still going high. Inflation, they're still going up, and then yet you still also have been dealing with other issues that are trying to structure the public school system when it's already in a disarray. So all that things is that there's consistent things that we're being distracted as a nation, but then now we're just focusing on this issue. So I kind of like encourage, I encourage American people. I'm not trying to make this like a State of Union address, but it's just that that when you're looking from this from a backwards perspective, when you like what's going on here, what's the bigger play, and I'm trying to see like where it's going to be heading in back in November, because again, also you've seen these leaders that we said we voted for in office, they're being very inconsistent, so. But yet the fact that are we just going to acknowledge the inconsistency, or are we just going to go move and make these decisions like our constitutional rights of voting very naively, so
right.
I don't know. That's what I post to y'all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let me say this. Let me stop this. Black people have been voting against their interest for more than 20, 30 years that I have noticed so far. And I've been speaking out against this. The people that were fighting for their agenda, they overlooked them because they didn't look cool, they didn't sound cliche, they didn't make them feel good sort of thing. I don't like what he say, I don't like how he conduct, I don't like his tone. Let me see. When they voted against Bernie Sanders the first time against Hillary, but it's the same guy, history research, when he was young, got himself arrested fighting for the Black people movement along with Martin Luther King Jr. when he was alive. Everybody overlooked that. It's the same guy that keep telling people how your health care have been jacked up for no apparently for 30 years. Y'all overlooked that. So you voted for Hillary, who was never for you guys at all to begin with, and you find out she supported abortion nonsense. Then he came again the second time, then you voted for Joe Biden, and look what Joe Biden doing to you right now. Like, are you kidding me? Are you stuck on stupid? You got a banana stuck in your tailpipe? Like, what the hell going on?
Banana stuck in the tailpipe? Damn, Black Dan.
I'm being upfront and real, because let's be honest. When have Black people really sat down and took a deep look in who is going to fight for them and let work behind it? Got that of just, I don't like what he did, I don't like his tone. But yet you don't look at his plan, and all his plan was all in your best interest.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, Black David.
Nobody's gonna hear that.
You know what I'm saying? No. Look. They gonna Black people for the most part, if they do vote, the vast majority are gonna vote Democrat no matter what. Or my name ain't Fiendish Dr. Wu.
I know. Mm-hmm. And what happened after that? They get screwed over and over again like a book.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. It doesn't matter who they vote for, who Black people vote for. They're gonna get fucked either way.
I already knew that.
Doesn't matter. And the same thing, but the thing is, the same thing goes for poor and middle class white people. They're getting treated the same way as Black people, even though they're convinced that they're not.
Right. Yeah.
That's the difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing is, that's the trick. If you can convince, like even President Lyndon Johnson said, LBJ. He said, if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the highest black man, he'll let you put your hand in his pocket.
Right.
He said, hell, give him somebody to blame for his problems. He'll turn his pockets up for you.
And why that happened?
And that was the thing. Wait. And that's the thing. They convinced poor white people that black people were the source of their problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we vote Democrat down the line no matter what.
But I have a question, if like, because this is for me that I'm currently dealing with, especially in my fraternity, because amongst other issues, like I had another issue where we even like in our sister sorority, like they this is like the first time in about 108 years them being created that they acknowledge Pride Month out of 4 out of the 9 D9 fraternities and sororities, and this issue came. And I'm not trying to turn the conversation. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that's happening in terms of us being, conversation of us being like conservative or liberal, is that these tough conversations I'm seeing are happening behind closed doors, but you won't act like we're all, kumbaya. And I want to try more come in this conversation, or at least when I come back on campus, like how do I target this issue? Because I'm affiliated with different organizations, especially when it comes to a point talking about the decision of Roe v. Wade, and now they're going to with the whole thing with contraceptive when they're limiting Plan B pills up to 3 per person, and so to me, and I know this is kind of affecting a lot of women, especially on on college campuses, but I'm just asking like how the best way I can operate that moving forward with a possible solution.
Ooh.
You understood the question?
What you wanted to know a solution would start the conversation, or what direction you would have taken? You try to be a little bit more conservative, or to kind of like veer away from that, or
well, one thing the main thing I'm kind of focused on is really trying to pursue honesty, just because like because a lot of people are afraid, having these conversations. I know people are not coming in good faith, and so I try to create spaces like, hey, listen, I know you might think that what you cannot say, you can get attacked, whatever, but I'm not here for that. And some of your your gripes or issues can also be valid, because especially from a fraternal, like our organizations, most say we're based in Christianity, but yet then in the same time, we have this thing that we're doing right now, and I'm not saying I disagree or agree with it. I'm saying it's getting to blurred lines now. How, like, for example, when I had to get in, I had to provide my birth certificate because I had to be legally a male to be part of it. And now, guess what?
I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am. So, and now then these lines are being blurred to the point now you saying, hey, now what I'm born with, who I identify. How is that now going to be coming to a point where I can now allow certain people in the organization based on what their their identification of their gender is? So this again, it's getting very, very blurred. And so I'm thinking, I understand. No, we're saying we're trying to move forward in a positive direction, but then there's certain things that are still not adding up that I think is going to have a dramatic effect in the long run.
So you think they're going to have trans male fraternity in the
future? Too late for that. I'm sorry. It's too late.
Here's the thing. The AKAs had a guy join the AKAs, and he got in trouble for like his graduation picture. He was dressed up in a suit, but he had on heels, and his toes done like a woman and stuff like that.
No, he was an alpha.
He was in a pink.
He
was an alpha.
Yeah.
Why was he dressed up in a pink suit then?
Because he wanted to celebrate the fact that he was a gay male in a fraternity.
Why did he choose to do it like that?
I mean, I don't think he should have done it, and a lot of people don't think he should have done it.
But right. And even then, there's also things like things we have, like how like women in
I think sexuality should be left out of certain things.
Exactly, I agree. I absolutely agree with you.
And so the bottom line is this: it's like people are. And I understand what you mean by blurring the lines, but like I think sexuality should be left out of certain things.
Sorry. Wait. Let me say this. It should be left out a long time ago.
I agree with you.
The funny thing about it, they've been doing that for almost a decade and a half. I'll give you a perfect example. A TV show did have what Nicky would call Degrassi. The first 2 seasons looked like it was innocent.
What show you talking about?
Degrassi.
The graphics.
Oh God!
That's the show Drake was on before he.
Yeah.
I never watched it. I never watched it.
It's my generation.
The first 2 seasons, they were just looking anything. They got the catch on. I told my wife they was not
that
a
was
good
like back when I
program.
was like in
They was
elementary
high.
school.
They were throwing hints little by little. If from there, some of the animation, some of the cartoon they put out there, they do the same exact thing.
Yeah. Now, a perfect example. Linda Morris here says, "I am sick of seeing our black masculine men in dresses." False, Linda. If they were masculine, they would never be in a dress. You will never see me in a dress. No, you want to? No, not even for a joke. I'm never putting on makeup, lipstick, and all that nonsense. Not even as a joke. But what I was asked this question before. What if you have a daughter? Hold up. What if you have a daughter and just to play around, your daughter wants to paint your nails? I tell you, go paint her mother's. No, boys don't get their nails painted like that. No, that's for girls.
Well, actually, that's a pride. Cause then on that note, like people, a lot of dudes are saying they're painting their nail, like their nails and stuff.
That's
like
because
that.
they're gay.
It's not for like, oh, they're like the black like goth and shit. You know what I mean? It's like they're literally like painting their nails. Like I see like what's his name? One of the Jonas Brothers. Him.
That's because he's gay.
No, he's not. He's married to.
He's gay. On the DL, bisexual, all kind of freaky shit happens in Hollywood and show business. You know that, Mike. Come on, that boy. You got to be sweet.
But I understand. But I'm just saying those lines being blurred because now it's like used as a fashion sense now.
Oh, no, it's not. You shouldn't even want to have that shit on your fingers at all. Don't approach me with it.
But you don't think, man, you think it's not masculine for men to get manicures? I mean, not even like paint them, like to get manicures.
Oh, that's different. If you're just getting, because then you're just getting your nails cleaned, pretty much. That's it. You're getting dead skin taken off. That's maintenance. I get it. But you get the polish and the buff and all that shit. What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something at the concerned parent.
Yeah, manicures, pedicures, that's fine.
Well, in the
getting
film
dead
industry,
skin off and all that whole
to
thing.
get to that conversation in the film industry, because this is I'm a movie critic, so now that I can go in that aspect, and you can add to that as well.
Yeah, and we got to talk about you in these movie things. I heard you did something bad wrong to your boy Mandrell last night.
Hey, is the night not over yet?
It better not be, because we're gonna have to have words, Mike. If you don't make something shake tonight, fucked up.
Also, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Hey, listen, Mike.
Check yourself.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
What do you think? What are you talking to, you little bald fuck?
Hey, yo.
No, actually, no.
Think you're talking to?
I think no, sir. Don't do that.
Wait. No, take your hat off. I don't have to take my hat off. I'm the elder here.
So it's deflection.
I'm the elder here, unless Mel's like 109 years old. What's not masculine?
You're deflecting. You're not answering.
What? Just take all the testosterone coming from my side of the screen?
It is a sensitive subject because
that's masculine. That's masculine. No, Mike. That's masculine. That's masculine.
It's hard, Mike, because like people have to be open to have the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Hold on. Time out.
And Gray Pill, please learn how to write.
Let me tell you, at the concerned parent.
Let her continue, please. Hold on 1 second. Finish.
I think my suggestion would just be, especially when it comes to like fraternities and sororities and stuff like that, leave sexuality out of it.
Well, one of my line brothers is bisexual. So
you can be
right. You can do that.
Here's the thing.
You can do that. That's fine.
And in your words, there is a certain level of decorum that you have to keep. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. And the reason why I'm doing that.
Here's the thing, like, and I mean, I love my people in the LGBTQIA community. I respect them as people too, because they are people.
Yeah.
But we have to be very careful about these lines that are being blurred, because it's like you don't want to put labels on what is feminine but what is masculine, but at the same time you want to appropriate everything that represents feminism, what is feminine, or you want to appropriate everything that is masculine. Like, we have to be honest about certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So like the best way to do that is just leave sexuality out of it. If you are in fraternity, you are to carry yourself as a male. If you
Yes,
are
here's the thing. If you're in a fraternity, you're to carry yourself as a man, as a male. You don't like it, go join a sorority. Okay, go be with the women. Okay, that's what it is. Look, I don't care that you get. Hold up, let me finish.
That's out of respect for, and so because listen,
it's out of respect for the history and legacy of the organization.
And like a lot of the reason why that guy who was the alpha, who he got in so much trouble and he got in so much outrage about that. People were outraged about that. Like I know gay, like alphas who are gay, but even they felt like that was inappropriate.
Right.
Like there's a certain level of respect and like just decorum that you carry yourself with when it comes to specifically.
Right. Because here's the thing.
One of my advisors, like my advisors for our fraternity, one of them is gay. And I'm saying that, but even then, he's the one who's enforced, men, make sure you come in correct. You must be in a suit. Right. You must be tailored. Not come in wrinkled and all this stuff. You dress you're not coming in with no do-rag and stuff. But yet he came to a point where he was being a male. He's and how we conduct ourselves as men, especially in our fraternity. But again, the reason why I'm doing this because I'm hosting like these, or I'm organizing barbershop talks, like similar to what you guys do, but it's on for my university. So like anybody come in to when we have our conversation, I'll be basically moderating that, and so I have to be creating these topics that hopefully we can create these discussions. But with that, there's a big issue. Only 4 out of the 9 have a Knowledge Pride Month. So just like the issue is still not, over. There's still some people are not acknowledging it, and then there's so again, that's the point. I want to come in and making sure we have this conversation in good faith. But again, people are just not mature to have these conversations.
Yeah, Mike, you have to understand this, Mike. Understand, people are going to come at any given time when you bring up a subject and you want to talk to people, right? People assume that people are going to be biased from the get-go. They're going to be biased about any topic you talk about. And if you say anything other than anything in contrast to what they believe, they're going to push back on you. And understand that, and also not only understand, but accept the fact that a lot of people that you start off with, you're not going to finish with. Okay? Most people are going to walk out. Very few people are going to be willing to help do something worthwhile and worth good. Hold on, say, is he gay? The young man speaking? No, he is not gay. Linda, he is not gay. For the record, I have no problem with gays and lesbians and the like. Okay, and the trans whatevers. And the trans whatevers. I got no problem with them.
Mandrell, may I speak?
What? I'm talking. Now, listen.
I'm sorry.
Finish.
I apologize.
Let me finish. Now,
I'm sorry.
My thing is this: it's fine. You love who you love, like who you like. Just don't try to force your ideas down other people's throats, and keep your nonsense away from people's kids. Okay.
All right.
And I got no problem with them. I mean, I got a friend that's gay.
First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge 2 other panelists that popped up here, or 3 now. Thank you, Mel. Thank you for joining us, Black Man Unfiltered. And Marcus, thank you for joining us.
Yes, we finally have a member of the LGBTQ community to join us on the panel. Mel, thank you for coming. Always a pleasure. Nothing wrong with the Rainbow Coalition down there, Mel, up there in New York City. I got it. No problem.
I want to say thank you because Mandrell feels so comfortable.
I agree with you, Linda. I agree with you, Linda.
Mel love his microphone.
I can't.
So, if I can, real quick, I'll say this and I'll be out. I think that when you have the LGBTQAI plus community, there's nothing wrong with
the AQ plus I. What the shit is that? See, this is where it gets on my nerves. You're taking this shit way too far. Be gay, okay? Go. Just stop fucking with me about it.
Do you know those? Do you know what the
you can't say nothing these days.
Do you know what the acronym stands
I respect,
for?
Just say the alphabet crew.
I don't care what the acronym stands for either. It's got nothing to do with me.
Before you know it, they're gonna start adding numbers and shit.
Right, they're gonna start adding numbers. You're taking this shit too far. Keep that shit away from people's kids. And stop forcing your ideas on other people. Don't get mad at people for not agreeing with you.
You know what's worse, man?
But no,
What's
listen,
up?
Hey,
here's
you sound like you on the bus and you left your phone on the sidewalk. Listen, I want to, if I can, for a second, just to get this out. In the LGBTQ AI plus community,
The fuck?
I'm just being respectful to the community.
It sounds weird.
I just want to say everybody can choose their own life and the way they want to live. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Choose your life. That's your life. Whatever makes you happy, that's for you. The only thing that I don't agree with is that you want to, it's become so overwhelming that we're trying to introduce it to the kids at a very young age. We have kids that are 8 or 9 years old that are asking to have their sex changed at 8, 9, 10 years old.
Right.
We have commercials. We have Nickelodeon promoting. We have Disney promoting it. We have for the children and for the adults. Like I said again, live your life. Right. But what gets me is when we open Pandora's box, when you let things get a little too antsy. Other things that blurred line starts to get a little more blurry, like Shushu said, because what happens next is a lot of people, and next week, Mandrell, I will send you a video of a woman teaching at a college, and when she was when she was teaching this class, she was telling them the name of the class was "Love Who You Love," and she was talking about men who love men, women who love women, and then she starts to talk about something else.
Why is this being taught on the college campus?
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you.
That's what it is.
I'll send it to you.
Listen,
see this quiz shit.
No, sir.
It's going
you can't say that, Mandrell.
It's going too far.
You can't say that at all, Mandrell.
Why?
They're gonna shut me the fuck down.
I fought for this fucking country. I earned my First Amendment right to say what the fuck I want to say.
But Mandrell, you have to respect that this isn't.
You have to respect the fact that I can say what I want to say. I put foot to ass for this country so I can do that. And you too. Why are you not outraged?
Because there's a certain level of saying respect.
I didn't call him what I want to call him. Isn't that good enough?
I don't you dare say it.
I got to call him something, fellas.
Those words,
but I respect
the
platform. I just encourage you. I just encourage you to just making sure that when this live is over, which we got about maybe 30 minutes left, then you can go out free willy-nilly, but we're on show, we're on live, and with that we have to.
I want them to know this is the way.
No, they know.
Yeah, put it on your Twitter.
I want them to know exactly how to. But Black Man Unfiltered says, no, you have to stay YouTube friendly.
I'm saying, I don't want you to be in a position, nor Shushu, nor Black Man Unfiltered to be put in a bad light just for 2 seconds of saying a certain word, whatever that you kind of ruined the whole thing.
And you telling me they don't look in a bad light when their wrist look like a question mark?
I'm there with you,
What I'm saying is
I got a message received, Mike. Message received. I'm fucking with you, but message received.
Saying those words about that group of people is like saying nigga to a white man saying nigga to black people.
It's so not. I'm so sick and tired of that bullshit.
Hold on.
That false equivalency. Stop the madness.
That's why so many sports teams have changed their Indian names.
Right, but that's different.
Yeah,
it's different when you're talking about wait. No. It's different when you're talking about genocide and someone calling you please. Please, can I say it?
Say it on the inside.
Listen, man. Listen. Nobody's subjugating you. No one's saying that you're less than by calling you the F word. No one's saying any of that. No one's calling you less than human or subhuman. Stop the bullshit. This is what pisses people like me off. If you're a man and you like men, so fucking what? Grab your nuts and be a fucking man about it. Still be a man about it. If you want to be a woman about it. Be a lady. Be whatever the fuck you want to be. But don't tell me I don't have the right to say what the fuck I want to say.
But they already told you.
No, they haven't.
Any job you go to, you get fired.
I don't give a fuck. That don't stop my money from coming.
You can't.
Fuck your job.
You can't go.
That's
nowhere.
That's why I created my own.
Mandrell, I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. We got freedom of speech and everything. I get what you're saying, but that doesn't mean freedom of consequences.
Right.
I got the freedom right to call her a B. I want to, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna have freedom of consequences if she knocks me in my face for calling her that. Reaction.
Right.
That's how it is.
What are you
yeah.
gonna? Let's say that. What if I do? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do to me calling him a sissy? Stop acting like one, then. How about you prove me wrong and not act like one?
Yeah, that's how they're gonna take it.
Mandrell, you fought. Hold on, Mandrell. You fought for those people to make that choice.
Yeah, exactly. Remember?
Come on now.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't. Hold on. First of all, no one. Hold on. I have the right to say what I want to say. You don't have the right to. You have now. If I say what I say, you don't like it. You punch me in the face. Fair enough. We'll call it a wash. Maybe I had it coming, but you do not have the right to destroy somebody's life, take away somebody's livelihood, ability to earn an income, ability to take care of their families. If I had one, I don't have a family. Not married, no kids. Not married, no kids, ladies. Anyway, and I'm straight. Okay, you don't hold on. You do not have the right to do that shit.
Mandrell,
and you don't have the right. Hold on. All the while, when people telling you, "Well, I disagree with it. Let's move on with another subject." Them jokers keep pushing up. No, you're supposed to like it. You want to push it in people's face. All on these fucking TV shows, movies, video games. It's every fucking where. You're throwing it up in people's face, even though people telling you, "I don't want it."
Mandrell,
so what right do they have to tell me to respond? Now, here's the thing, Bill. All that being said, let me ask y'all something. The chicken or the egg?
Order.
All I do is film, honey. I don't work.
Chicken or the egg? Who struck first?
Mandrell's mic.
Yes, order, please.
You are way too far. You are completely like, okay, granted, this is how you feel. There are other people on this panel. Respect that. You cannot dominate the entire conversation.
According to who?
Down.
According to who?
According to co-host.
Mandrell.
That's the co-host. I am the host.
Calm down.
My show.
Mandrell, let me tell you something.
The show about to be over. The show about to be over. I'm just saying,
the show just took a turn.
This is what I'm saying. Do not ruin an hour and 35 minutes of
Some
content.
things you can't come back from.
That's cool. I'm done. That's cool. I've said what I said.
Let me tell you something to Mandrell.
Everyone else has the floor.
Mandrell, listen. I get what you're coming from, and I feel you because I'm the same exact way and beyond that. Let me explain why I say that. As a concerned parent whose kids are in that environment. I said another pound before how my daughter, who is my stepdaughter, I call her my daughter, we left her in the middle school that started off at 75% straight. By the time she graduated, it went to 75% gay. This has been what they call a Trojan horse that has been taking place in public school for far too long. I've been voicing these things out here, and people think I was crazy. When they first did a gay high school in Midtown Manhattan to protect those who have been discriminated, it started from there first. And slowly but steady, they started to change the curriculum. But a lot of parents did not pay attention to what was going on. It was known that allowed drag queens to come into pre-K classroom. They were doing that in Manhattan first, because I know in Brooklyn, and when we're from Brooklyn, we know that when we hear you do such a thing, that school will be shut down. We'll talk for a lot of reasons, because some parents not going to wait for you to continue to another day. This has been going for far, and when I be telling people, when you be sleeping on the steering wheel for far too long and you let the thing slide for far too long, when it go above and beyond, there's nothing you can do nor say. This is why I do what I do for almost 20 years. I tell people in their face, you allowed it to happen, you didn't do nothing about it, but when we time I tell you, you tell them to mind your damn business. And I get what you're coming from. Corporate America, that was thrown in my face. But guess what? I got a family to feed. And I don't have my own like you have. If I had what you have, I would say screw it. But I can't. So I had to bite my African tongue, with my tongue is too damn big for that, hold it back and say, you know what? When that time comes I have my own, I will cut loose. But until then, I gotta suck it in, swallow my pride. If I could, punch a brick wall. If the brick was not enough, get that 500-pound punching bag and do something about it. I got young girls and daughters going. I got a son and a daughter going to school, and I'm hearing when I start talking about gender neutrality. And I told my kids, the moment they do that, you let me know first. So imagine me, I'm a concerned parent and a grandparent, and I gotta deal with that every single day and try my best not to explode. Because I know when I explode, if my wife can calm me down, if she can't, it's all hell. If you find me on
Black
CNN
David, can I
or
ask you a question?
NBC,
Black David, can I ask you a question?
go ahead.
Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, I was taught to be homophobic in the South.
Oh yes, yeah. Talk to him.
Right?
Talk to him.
I was taught to be that way. You couldn't sit by me, don't talk to me, get away from me. I will beat your brains out. Right? That's what I was taught growing up. As I got older, something said, fool, these are people that are choosing a sexual life, a sexual partner that they want to be with. They live in a lifestyle that they want to live. You're not paying their bills. They are not your siblings.
Right.
They are not connected to you in any kind of way. And if you sit up here and say you love everybody and you say you're a Christian, you got to love these people no matter what decisions they make.
And I get that.
And hold on, let me finish. And so when we say we're gonna blow up and go into the school and try to keep them popping, then what does that say about what the stuff you be preaching, Black David? You always say that you got to read the Bible and you quote the scriptures and you say what the scriptures mean. But sometimes, and I'm saying this for all of us Christian people, sometimes we believe God, but do we really believe in God? Because God is love, and if God is love, then we are to love those who we don't agree with. The Bible even says, love those who despitefully misuse you, mistreat you, those who come against you, love them in spite of them, right? So if we loving people,
I don't got a problem with that.
If you gay and you want to be with a man, it's my job to love you. It's God's job to judge you. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. So what happens is now I've turned my mind around and say, you know what? There are some really good people out there, and you could miss an opportunity because you don't want a gay person interviewing you at a company. You don't want a gay person taking your order in the line at the store. You don't want a gay person putting your groceries in the car, right? You're going to miss opportunities because of these homophobic mindsets.
And then with that,
let me give a push back.
Grace, but unfortunately, we practice selective grace. That's not what God calls us to do.
Be specific. I never have a problem.
Still not allowed in the kingdom of heaven, though, Jedi.
No, let me mention something. I never have a problem with that. Look,
You're missing the point, Jedi.
Listen, I never have a problem with that. I have
saying God is homophobic.
I never hold that against them. My main concern is when you're trying to push that agenda onto my children, then you cross the line. If you want to practice that lifestyle, that's fine. I don't say a word about it. I am neutral. I leave it alone. But you cross the line concerning me when you're trying to put that agenda onto my children.
Okay, Black David.
Keyword children.
Your children, and I have children as well. And I understand what you're saying. I just said it at the beginning of my soliloquy here. I said that children, at the same time, children is being forced down their throat. However, if we take it out of the kids' throats and we stop it, and you go to the grocery store with your daughter or your son, and you're standing in line to pay for your food, and you have some people in front of you showing public affection that are the same sex, and your son is right there with you, Daddy, can I have this Kit Kat? And he'd look up and see two women kissing at the counter. Two men kissing at the counter. He's being exposed to it.
I know.
If he go watch cartoons, he's being exposed to it.
I know.
You have to be the parent to say, listen, what we have to do as parents, and I ain't trying to tell nobody how to parent. I'm just saying this in a general sense.
Right.
As parents, we have to prepare our children for what's coming, not hide our children for what's coming.
Oh, we've been doing that.
If we hide them from it, and they don't know what's coming, then they're confused, son. What they're doing right now, that's their business. That has nothing to do with you. That's called this. That's called that. You got to explain stuff to your children. You got to talk to them.
Brothers, I did that. Me and my wife did that with my son and my daughter. I made my son, who is now 12, read the specific scripture, which was Romans chapter 1, verse 18 to 32. I had to break it down what was going on in the world today. Same thing I did with my daughter. I let them know. My son see that when we hang out with me outside, he just looked at them like, your daddy, see this? Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't pay them no mind. But we keep it pushing. As long as they don't bother us, we ain't worried about it. When they want to come and invade our space, then there's a problem.
Right.
I remember one time.
Can I say something? Since y'all been over.
If you take, I'm gonna say this: we're music lovers. I know all of us are.
Y'all been taking over the chat.
Hey, hold on, my bad. If we're music lovers, right? I said this to somebody a few weeks ago. If you music lover and you're homophobic, you wouldn't have hardly nothing to listen to. You're damn. If you like movies, come on, shoo. You know, if you like movies and you're watching TV shows and movies, you have no idea. Listen, I didn't even know
that's on your playlist.
I didn't even know Dolomite. Dolomite was a great comedian. Way down in the jungle deep, the badass lion stepped on the signified monkey's feet. The monkey said, "Motherfucker, can't you see? You're standing on my goddamn feet." I could do the whole thing. I got to memorize. I did not know secretly that he was homosexual.
Yeah.
Rudy Ray Moore. Yeah, you're right. Rudy Ray Moore was a homosexual.
Absolutely.
Yes, he was.
All right, for all the ladies out there, y'all.
Luther Vandross was gay.
A chair is still a chair. Yes, he's gay. If you like, we will rock you, Freddie Mercury, gay. It doesn't matter what genre you're in. There are some great artists.
I just said the song. I sang the song.
Yeah, there are some great artists out there that are absolutely homosexual. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, I don't have to like it, but I tell people this about me. You don't have
to accept it either.
You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me, but you will respect me. And I think that when it comes to that, people have to just be respected, bro. We have to respect people and the choices they make, especially when it don't affect us. We talk to our kids about it. We tell them, hey, this is what the world is today. This is what I'm teaching. This is what's going on in this house.
Can I rock the mic now, Choo?
I just want to, speak of respect, I just want to respect the fact that Ian Simmons
thank you. I'm sorry.
99 super chat says salute. Thank you so much, Ian. And we are going to give you a super chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Susie Q.
I'm finna jump for this shit. All top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line, what you fall through with the light stick.
But I didn't mean to take y'all. We got 12 minutes. I'm gonna let everybody else rock.
You meant
no, hold on. I will say this right.
One more thing, and I'm done. All right.
One last thing. Listen, you keep asking for they keep asking for inclusion.
Yes,
okay, sir. I accept you for who you are. You like something different than I do. Cool. Fair enough. I don't care. I'm going to respect you as a human being. But when the inclusion comes and we include you in the jokes, you can't say, oh, no, that's wrong. You can't do that. Now my feelings are hurt. Fuck you. You want it included? Inclusion? Be included. You cannot be exempt from satire. Okay? All this shit, Dave Chappelle getting it, facing the wrath of that. Ari Spears, they come after him too. What's that dude? The 51 Corey Holcomb. Oh, you don't want no parts of that when people making fun of you, like they make fun of everybody else.
But listen, the most important one, the most important one was Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
Exactly, him too.
They went back in his Twitter to 2015 or 12 or something, and seen something he put in there in 2012 and took his career from him for 2 years.
Right.
They got on Dave Chappelle. He was
supposed to host the Oscars, and he had to apologize, and they still took the Oscar hosting job away from him.
Yep.
So it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. You can't ask for inclusion, people of the LGBTQ community.
Get included all the way.
There because I don't know the rest of this shit because I keep changing it every fucking week. Stop it. Be fucking satisfied.
So I will say this, right? Yeah, I will say this because it comes to the point where it just is like, all right, we get it. Y'all are out there. Y'all exist. Whatever. I grew up in San Fran area, Bay Area, aka gay area. and then hey, Palm Springs. It's like one of the top ranked.
Don't you do it, my Jedi. Don't you do it.
Yeah, Jedi already did it. He's so perfect at it. Jedi does it like a natural. But now you have it in TV shows, media, school. You got people whose jobs are being affected. Doctors can lose their licenses, their practices. You know what I'm saying? Just because of quote unquote gender dysphoria. I know Jedi's going through it right now. He's laughing like a mug. But, it's all these things. And like, yes, we get it. You want to include it, but at the same time, if you want to be part of the real world, even comedic spaces aren't even safe to make a joke.
Right.
And there were people defending Dave Chappelle because he made a joke, but they kept forgetting he has friends that are trans.
Yeah.
And they were trying to cancel him.
Right.
That was ridiculous.
Also, people in that community was defending Dave Chappelle also too.
Yeah,
they have war with each other also too. I mean, you see it in the comic industry how they making certain superheroes gay. I mean, legendary characters, Robin, Superman's son, who's taking on his name.
I made a video about it on my channel. I know you're talking about that.
And even they starting to complain. It's whole hard. No, I'm not talking about showing the comic book, but they complaining that, you know what, you're forcing this at us. I know we wouldn't be included, but not like this. It's like focus on the character first, then our sexuality. But they don't.
It's a representation.
What
are you talking about?
Let me finish. A recent Netflix show was a cartoon that was about an alphabet community superhero agency, whatever.
Umbrella Academy
Canceled and stuff after one season. And
we got 6 minutes. Shoot.
So
okay. So yeah. I think we go bring this to a close. I just want to give everybody an opportunity for final thoughts. So who we want to start with?
20 seconds.
Okay. So I guess we'll start clockwise, Jedi.
No. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry.
His eyes popping out like.
Listen. It's confusing because I know
I'm looking at the comments in the chat.
It's confusing because I know we're gonna talk about this when the show's over and stuff, but I don't think what we're arguing about, because I don't think we're confused on how all of us feel about this issue. I just think it's just how we're going about it, and I just want to make this very clear is that there's certain things that people say I don't disagree with. It's just more how we conduct ourselves, how we treat people. And regardless of that, times are changing. I'm not saying change you in a way of just terms of what your beliefs are, because it's hard for somebody to change what I believe in. What I'm saying is that in the situation when you're putting yourself out there in life, the world is constantly changing, and I'm not saying for you to compromise, things that's going to make you not who you are. But what I'm saying is that you're going to put yourself in a very, very difficult position if you're not in any way giving people grace in just terms of how they are. I'm not saying you're body on a lifestyle. It's just the main thing is asking people, are you going to be my friend? Are you going to treat me with respect? That is just the simplest thing that's going to happen. Yes, we understand the extremes, and then on that note, that's a separate conversation. But yeah.
I don't need final thoughts. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah.
Mel?
Yeah.
You got final thoughts?
Yeah, here's the thing, man.
20 seconds, long stroke.
This is my thing. Choices come with trade-offs. And unfortunately, no matter what you are fighting for, certain choices you have, you got it. But you got to understand your trade-offs behind that also, too, and accept it. So it's like, we want all this freedom so much, but just like Loki said in Avengers, freedom is an illusion and stuff. Biggest lie. So we want all this freedom. There's going to come with some responsibilities.
Yeah, he did. He's watching some folks. He quoted 3 people in 2 seconds.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
I'm finished.
Thank you, man.
It was a good show overall, even though we may agree or disagree on certain things. Unfortunately, some of these extremes are becoming normal now. Or normal every day for kids. And especially the youth, and especially parents who are being outraged by it. And, even though we say, hey, we got to do this or that, no, I'd rather die on my feet standing by my convictions than on my knees, trying to follow something that has to be just because it's politically correct this and bullshit that. So, no, the hell with that. Because just because it's there doesn't mean it should be consumed. That's the issue. People think it's to be consumed just because, we have to include. No. We can all have your space. You can have your table just like in high school. You had your own lunch table. You get your own space. You want equality? You get equal lefts, equal rights.
Right.
I ought to keep it sweet and simple. I don't care about your lifestyle. You owe me 5 more seconds for that. Once again, I would say very simple. I don't care about your lifestyle. I don't care what kind of life you want to live. All I know, do what you want to do, and that's fine about it. Don't cross the boundary, get into my household, try and dictate what I do with my kids when you be put in the effort to raise them. So that being said, go about your business, and I will mind my business. Like other people respect me for that. If you cannot respect me when I get into my business, then enter the Black Witty Bear Den, and you're not going to come back out alive. Thank you.
This mother... who ain't win?
Shut up, Nigerian James Earl Jones.
Everyone else is going except me and Shamaria. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming out. Miss Creative, that's my baby, my future wife.
What the hell?
And baby mama. Miss Creative. It is. That's your sister-in-law.
I'm cool with Miss Creative. That's fine with me.
You that's fine with you?
Yes, sir.
If we got okay. Oh, see, we got my sister's approval. Yay! All right. So already got your approval. Good. Now, everyone, thank you for coming out. We're gonna close with something different tonight. Not the usual closing. It's gonna be that video. That's what we're gonna close with tonight. So, yes, for all you latecomers who missed it, like Miss Creative just got here, so I think you're gonna feel that she gets a chance to see it too. That's gonna be our outro tonight.
Then this Tuesday, you need to cast your vote for a truly wonderful person, Mary Miller, respected by everybody. Mary, come on up. Come on up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you to God's country. I'm in front of this massive crowd that loves you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Our victories for life and the Second Amendment would never have been possible if the never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.